I mix what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like.
Spare me your words, your sympathy, and your checking on my family messages. All of Gaza are my family, and they're being butchered on TV in hundreds by an Israeli genocide that I have never seen before. We will avenge for our kids and families by all means possible. They said to the people in the olive trees, "Run away, run away." When they escaped to the hospital and were given safety, they bombed them. A treacherous and traitorous army that cannot be believed. Why do you leave your homes, my beloved? Allah is my suffice and the best deputy. People did not have the time to leave their homes and reach the hospital. You annihilated them with the hand of genocide. Allah is my suffice and the best deputy. I can't understand, oh my God. There was a small hope. This is what the doctor told me about my child. So I went and came back, but I did not find my child, nor the doctor, nor the hospital. I only found scattered body parts. The scenes are so horrific. Infants whose blood was shed by the occupation along with their families after the bombing of Baptist Hospital. Hundreds of martyrs in the place. An unspeakable crime of genocide. I kept denying reality. I am waiting to wake up from the nightmare. How did they bomb the hospital where people are treated and sheltered from the bombing? How more than 1,000 martyrs in seconds? 1,000 people were reduced to pieces in an instant. I strive as much as possible so as not to lose my faith, but why, Lord? Where do you show your mercy and kindness to people in this country? This is how children in Gaza leave their homes. They are asleep and then turn into pieces. We are the poor, marginalized people who fight in the name of all the oppressed on earth against all the forces of colonialism and capitalism. Every martyr, every drop of blood that fell in Gaza fell for the sake of a more just world. This entire world is indebted to the blood of Gaza. Shame and shame on all other colonialism, on all those who failed, and on every bullet that did not ally us. The bombing of the Baptist Hospital in the style of the Zionist war is called shock, which then causes a wave of displacement. This is a pattern that has been approved since the Stern gangs, the Haganah and the Irgun, which formed the Zionist army. During the 48 Nakba, the Deir Yassin massacre took place, causing panic among the Arabs that led to the displacement of all neighboring villages. The displacement plan is in place in all ways. I swear to God Almighty that we will not leave Gaza except corpses. From the midst of death and the sea of blood, from the midst of the ruins, they swear to die. Nothing ever, no language ever, nobody ever can describe what is happening now. What is happening exceeds everything we have experienced. Do you know when the doors of the house are locked, and due to the intense pressure of the missiles, they come out of their place? Can you imagine how a person feels himself? We will not forget. We will not forgive. We will not forgive. Everything that happened to Gaza will massacre that occurred today. The massacre in Iraq, a huge shelter, mostly children, women, and elderly people, was bombed until the refugees in it were burned. Today, the same act is repeated with the pleasure of the West when it kills the weakest and most innocent segments among us, taking pleasure in seeing us suffer, be defeated and broken by their tragedy. This occupation does not heed and does not give any speech of condemnation. This occupation intends to kill and wipe us out in front of everyone. And there are still pieces that cannot be distinguished from each other. Can you imagine what a disaster it is, world? After this blood, do not say revenge. The blood is the existential position of Zionism. It is the imagination of the genocide that has created its state and its so-called people. The difference is that this time it found a global opportunity for the genocide to be public. There is no need, as in the beginning, to store its massacres in secret archives. We are the forbidden human being. One of the ugliest massacres in history. More than 1,000 martyrs, including children, women, men, and elderly, innocent people are going to be treated in the last hospital in Gaza. The occupation killed them in cold blood. Amid the care and support of the West, these nightmares will haunt me forever. Hope is the height of despair, my friend. It hurts a little, it hurts a lot. Hope itself is painful when nothing else remains. The attacks did not stop, but increased insanely. The eastern region of the Gaza Strip was annihilated. Al-Shujaiya neighborhood, Al-Zaytun, Al-Burayj, dozens of raids on them, and no news. There was no news. Tomorrow, Gaza will witness the largest funeral of its history, and all Gazans will leave their homes under the roar of planes without fear or panic, to confirm that they will remain in their land and that the displacement plan will not pass, no matter the sacrifices it costs. Tomorrow is a historic day in Palestine. Let our nation bear witness and participate with us, with huge crowds and symbolic funerals for the world to see. In case you guys missed what we were reading, these are tweets from people in Gaza.
Keep your chin up. Victory's around the corner.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Gaza!
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 Long live 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 Gaza!
Long live
Gaza!
Long live
Gaza!
Long live
Gaza!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now!
Just when you thought that apartheid Israel could get no lower, they showed that they can go to another depth of depravity and inhumanity. I was thinking about that chant, that passionate chant that we were all doing a moment ago. Someone said, Biden, Biden, where are you? Where are you amongst this destruction? Where are you amongst this bloodshed? Where are you amongst this war on Gaza that is under siege? I'm going to tell you exactly where he is. He's on his way to to Israel, and he's about to offer. You know, just the other day, you saw that young boy killed, stabbed to death in Chicago. His mother killed, his mother stabbed as well. And did you all see when Joe Biden put out that statement, he didn't even say the boy's name. That's how little Joe Biden cares about the lives of Palestinians. That's how little Joe Biden cares about colonized people. That's how little the U.S. government cares about poor, working, and oppressed people in Palestine, in the U.S., and all around this earth. But of course, this only makes sense because if you really care about the plight of the Palestinian people, if your very soul is offended by the crimes of apartheid Israel and you have the courage to say it, you can't be president of the United States. This entire imperialist government can only function with the kind of crime and atrocity that we're seeing before the people of Gaza now and what the people of Palestine have been going through for far too long. I'm telling you, this country is built on that kind of oppression. You know, birds of a settler colonial feather, they flock together. And we know that the U.S. needs Israel in the Middle East as an outpost of U.S. imperialist interests. That's why they're given $100 billion and only $4 billion. And when we see these ongoing attacks against our international solidarity movement, we have to ask ourselves why. Especially when you have so many people telling us, well, that protest stuff y'all doing is cute. It doesn't mean anything. It won't affect anything. If that's true, then why are the most powerful governments on earth trying so hard to stop the solidarity movement? They're afraid of our movement because they know that it's fueled by the bravery and the steadfastness of the Palestinian people in their liberation struggle. It reminds me of 2020, June 1st. Some of you may have been out here, and I was too, when Mayor Muriel Bowser, a so-called progressive, the same Muriel Bowser who painted Black Lives Matter on that street right behind us, even though she supports the police every single time they kill someone in this city. She enforced a curfew, which then allows President Donald Trump to violently clear out this whole area with police. There were flashbang grenades, there were rubber bullets, there was pepper spray. The entire of the U.S. imperialist state tried to crush the movement for Black Lives, the movement against racist police terror militarily, and they failed. That was June 1st, a violent dispersal. June 2nd, this whole area was full once again with people literally holding their middle finger up to the White House in a show of defiance. This is the same tenacity that you and I are showing today, have been showing all across this country and all across this earth. And if we are wise, if we say that we love Palestine, if we say that we want to free Palestine, if we say that we want a Palestine liberated from the shackles of Israeli apartheid, then we will stay right here in the streets where we've been. Now, my friends, I won't pretend that this is an easy moment. What we saw today, we'll never forget. And even though it feels like in this moment, we're in this deep, dark valley, and it can be hard to see where is the light as the destruction, the war, the racism, and the death continues to deepen. But I think about an old spiritual that says, hold on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Why? Because everything will be all right. This deep spiritual substance that fuels political struggle is what got us through 200 years of chattel slavery and has carried us through the black liberation struggle right up until this day. And what I'm describing is the very spirit, the very tenacity, the very steadfastness that the people of Palestine are showing even now. It is our solemn duty to stay in the struggle, to stay in the fight, to not let ourselves be cowed by attacks from our enemies. We must keep moving forward. We must keep fighting on until victory is won and Palestine is free. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! Occupation no more! 5, 6, 7, 8! 5, 6, 7, 8! Gaza we will liberate! 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 Friends, my name is Sean Black with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Thank you so much for listening. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!